Hey y'all, how are you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. We are here today to talk about polyamorous women. Y'all need to be triple paid. I'm not even joking. I saw some videos. I was just perusing around the internet on YouTube. Hey y'all, and I seen some crazy stuff. Like, ooh, there are women out here with 2 boyfriends and none of them giving them money. Maybe 3. And letting their husband or boyfriend have another woman and nobody is getting paid. That upset me so bad. Like, what? Y'all ain't getting paid. Something is wrong. Thank you, Rosalina Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. So if you are in an open relationship, if you and your man or you and your woman, if you're a man or whatever, have agreed to be allowed to be with other people, one of them need to be paying bills at least. At least one of them need to be paying all the bills. Actually, both of them need to be. But if none of them are paying bills, something is wrong. If none of them are gifting you or making your life better or easier or taking burdens off of you, something is wrong. Some of them do it and split bills with the man. Ew. Thank you, Naturally T. Yeah, to me, if you are polyamorous and you are a woman and you're not financially benefiting, you have psychological problems and super low self-esteem. Okay. If you are benefiting, then you are an evil genius. There's a difference. I see a lot of people that are saying, well, no, it's about this and about that. It ain't about that. You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to someone who understands your mentality. Deep down inside, every person, you could be a woman or a man, deep down inside, nobody wants to share themselves with another person or watch their man or their woman with another person unless they either A, can't do nothing for them, B, don't really want them, or C, somehow benefiting off of it somehow, some way. Period. And if you're not benefiting off of it somehow in some way, you need to be able to do that because you're being either exploited or you're exploiting yourself unknowingly. Okay. You said talk about kingdom building, meant to be built by kings, then invite the queen. Period. Okay. Unless you're gonna call it a queendom. If I gotta help build something, we calling it a queendom. But we'll spell it with a K. How about that? And so, then you also have, it's like a swingers club, basically. Then you also have people that are polygamist and they have more than one wife or sister wife they're not legally married. I don't even see how that's possible unless you have money. I don't see how you could want a man who's broke and have other women. To me, that is total low self-esteem on the woman's part. Okay. You have to have been mentally brainwashed backwards, forwards, and around again twice to fall for that okie doke. Okay. unless that man got so much money he can build you your own house, then I don't think that's appropriate. Mm-hmm. Um, and the thing is, polygamy is no longer necessary. The only reason people had it back then is because finances and lack of technology. Let's get that straight up. The only reason people had polygamy back in the old days is due to lack of technology and lack of money. Now that we got money and technology, there's no need for certain things anymore. If you want a mistress, a wife, do it like everybody else do it. They don't have to know each other. They don't have to live together. Because at the end of the day, somebody don't like it. Or someone is plotting, or someone is, someone ain't feeling right in the head. Okay? We got technology. There's no need, okay? I would love to have 2 provider husbands, right? And when usually when you hear about polygamy or polyamorous relationships, a lot of people are thinking, well, what about the woman? Can she have 2 men? Yeah, that's what that is. If she can have that anyway and don't have to label herself that, she just keep it a secret and get paid. I think people talk too much and they tell too much and they're too open with everything to where it's going to backfire eventually. It's okay to have desires, but keep them to yourself and keep your plans to yourself and keep your money to yourself. Because, you don't want your choices to just be your personality. You don't want your personal choices to reflect you as a person. Like, business is best kept to yourself, I feel, if that's what you all are doing. It's like, it's not a club. It's not something to wear a badge for. It's not any type of thing like that. In fact, I think what goes on in your bedroom or bedrooms is your business. Okay? Don't nobody care. As long as you getting paid, if you have more than one man, you need to be getting paid triple. Period. 1.5 of your bills from him, or the other 1.5 from the other one. That's triple. Plus gifts and stuff. Right. They be proud for no reason. Yeah, they're proud because they have an open mind. Well, I'll be proud if they had an open wallet. Okay. If they had an opened up wallet that I was getting ready to collect out of, I'd be proud, but I wouldn't even tell anybody. I'd just pop up with a bunch of money. Hey, how you doing, girl? Otherwise, it's a cry for validation. It's a cry for I'm not good enough. It's a cry for I got to do this to keep my husband. It's a cry for I made the wrong decision when I got married, but I don't want a divorce because I got, da da da. It's all of those things combined why people do certain things. And whatever the reason is behind it, you can still benefit from it, get your money. Okay. You cry. And I feel that one time your husband says, "Oh, well, maybe we should try this and maybe we should try." What position is the man in that relationship, and what position is the woman in that relationship? Who holds the power? Who gonna hold the power in that relationship? Who holds the power in the relationship? The dynamic is important. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have women all the time over here asking me, well, what if he wants a threesome? I don't want to do that. Should I break up with him? Should I ghost him? Sometimes people aren't down for certain things. That's why if you're going to do something, keep it to yourself and go do it on the side, because it might end up backfiring on certain people. It also might affect, if there's kids involved, it also might affect some children. Okay. You lost respect for him after that. And most people will. Most people who are not into that will lose respect for that person and never see them the same. And then imagine if you go through with it and how you will feel about yourself or that person. And then all the suspicions will arise, and it's just going to mentally mess you up if that's not something that you are, really wanting. So my best advice is do what is mentally best for you, which is, if you got to lie, sneak around, if that's mentally better than having an open relationship, then do it. Shoot. Whichever one is mentally best for you and one that gets you paid the most. Because chances are, if a man know you got another man, he ain't going to be giving you no money. Especially if he knows you're actively sleeping with him, and da. In most cases. Some men are so desperate they will. But in most cases. So, I'm all about that benefit. So, That's right. Only D is taking our deposit. That's right. And so, I feel like most people don't realize, especially if they're going to have kids, that's why all them women ended up on Maury. A lot of people have kids already. And then, certain lifestyles, the parents don't realize the kids already know. That you might not think they know, but they know. And sometimes it may mess them up mentally. It may cause them to rebel, lash out, do things they wouldn't have probably done if they had a normal, quote unquote, normal family. So just know that. Yeah. I don't agree with polyamory unless it's done like the other person doesn't know about it. So I guess cheating. I'd rather you cheat, or I'd rather be cheated on, or I'd rather go cheat than have a polyamorous relationship. Okay. And that's because it's easier for a quote unquote woman or gold digger or whatever you want to call women who like, money, to manipulate the men and get more out of them if they don't know about each other. Okay, it's more beneficial for you as a woman to do it that way. Okay. You said that will get you killed? No, it won't. Unless you got a crazy husband. But I would rather have, now listen to this. I'd rather have a crazy husband than one that will allow me to go sleep with another man or sleep with another man in front of his face. I'd rather have someone who don't want me to go out sleeping with somebody than one who says it's okay. Think about it for 2 seconds. Okay, that means, what is that telling you? If a man said, oh, I don't mind if you go out and sleep with a whole nother man, or maybe even in front of my face, I don't mind that at all. What is that telling you? You ain't the prize. You are not the prize. He's not into you. He don't want you now. Ma ho 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 ho. He don't want you, girl. He ain't gonna fight for you. He gonna go to sleep with a smile on his face, knowing you out there with another man. What kind of man is that? I hope she's happy out there doing that thing. Okay. No, thank you. I know he ain't paying no bills if he doing that. Oh, just saying. I love my home. I mean, our home. I don't have to pay no bills. I mean, hmm. So, the the power dynamic and the financial power dynamic in those type of relationships, you got to wonder about. So, do I give a definition of high quality man? One that's paying your bills, period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. One that can afford to pay your bills and give you some money. Because I discussed the high value man situation a while back. He can't be high value to you if he can't be beneficial to you. So until he is beneficial to you or has the ability to be beneficial to you, then he's only just a man. Hi, Shira. Love the headband. Very polished. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Nina. So he has to have the means to be able to afford to secure you and provide for you by choice. All that other stuff, like characteristics and stuff, it don't matter. Can he pay them bills? Unless he's like a drug dealer or doing some illegal stuff, whatever. I don't agree with that. But if he's able to afford your bills and he has a decent legal way to earn money, then he's high value. Period. He says want to go on trips and stuff, but no relationship. All right then. He wanted arm peace. Okay, he want an arm piece. That's all he want. When I go on vacation, I need an arm piece. You want me that arm piece? All right then. But still make him pay. Make him pay for your fake dogs going to the kennel before you go on that trip. Make him pay for the days you got to take off your job and double whatever you make. Okay. Before you get on the plane. Arm candy costs, right? So don't get trafficked on the trips. Exactly. Tell somebody where you going, give them all his information. Make sure you look at every camera you see on the way out. Okay. How to get over fear of flying alone. Just do it. After the first time, you won't be afraid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Do it one time and you won't be afraid anymore. You said I'm polyamorous. You got money, Mitch? I hope so. Sure, I used to do embroidery and listen to you at least 4 hours per day. Well, I'm glad I could keep you company. So You fly alone in first class monthly. It's so fun. Yeah, maybe get you a first class trip. Okay. Fly dipped out. If you die, at least you die looking expensive. Right. There are kids that have to fly alone to go visit family. If they can do it, you can do it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you have more than one boyfriend, you should have a lot of money. You should even be working. If you have a husband and a boyfriend, you should be living in a lap of luxury. If they don't know about each other, then you're smart. If they do know about each other, something wrong, and you probably hold all the power in that relationship, and hopefully somebody paying something. Okay. If you have been approached with this question, do you want to be polygamous? If your husband asks you this and you are offended, what would you do? What would you do after that? Thank you, Addie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would you do if your husband came to you and said, I want another wife, I want to do this, or I want a threesome, or whatever. What would you do? I think I would be like, go ahead. But hold on one second. You want another one? Hold on one second. Well, what are you doing? I'm getting ready to file them papers. No, I want you to. Well, you can't have both, baby. You gotta pick one. Any, meeny, miny, mo. Pick right now. Don't tell me about it. Either way, we about to slide. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would react. I wouldn't want to know. Go do your thing like all other men. And don't come tell me about it. Okay? Because you too lazy to hide it. And too stupid to hide it. Don't come tell me about it. That's what I would tell them. No. Take the effort to at least lie and hide it. Come on. You just being lazy. So that's what I would tell them. You said, hold on, puts wig on. Nice to meet you. Exactly. I said, okay, well, we're going to have a fund. What do you mean a fund? The first wives fund. It's half your paycheck every month. Okay. You got to get paid somehow, some way. I'm sorry. Whatever deal y'all gonna make, you need to get the money. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's not such a good idea anymore. Nope, it sure ain't. Thank you for all that you do. I know that I do not chat much on here, but learning and listening. Okay, thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle, shot. Shot R. Or she R. The first wise fund is the truth, right? You met a sugar daddy on paid website. We talk for 5 minutes. Can I ask him for money before meeting? If you want to meet him, probably not. When you date a billionaire, I think you're signing up for polygamy. Yep. When you date someone super rich, they don't care what you think. They hold all the power. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. So it's not even, a thing unless you decide you want to leave that situation. So, and that's why a lot of people ask, well, don't you think you could have got someone richer than James? Of course I could have. But do I want to deal with them issues? Do I want to deal with certain issues? Do I want to deal with, people having so much that they're bored of the things that make other people happy? Do I want... And so at some point you would be making a decision about your life and how you want your kids to grow up. So not everybody wants someone that's super rich. People just want the luxury that, having enough money to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? So, Marcus said he naked right now. Okay, good for you, Marcus. Them cameras be turning on the phones and the computers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The money would be so good. You're right. But like I'm saying, it's good, but how good? Like after you have a nice purse for like a week, it's just a purse. You know what I'm saying? But you still sitting up there looking at that other chick. Or, you know what I mean? Hi, how are y'all? Better become friends. Y'all better be all good friends. Oh, I got my Hermes. I got my Hermes. Okay. Everybody got a Hermes. Everybody got a Hermes. Pick Misha got a Hermes. She got hers from China, but she got one too. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Bay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, after 2 weeks, it's just a bag, baby. But your man on vacation with the other one. Go buy the Birkin, yes. And then when you get home, all you got is a closet full of purses. And the knowledge, like I said, unless you don't care and you want the purses, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Because that's the arrangement of most rich people. That wife knows, remember I was talking about it yesterday, that wife knows her husband got something on the side, but it's not up in her house. Because that woman need her respect and her dignity at the end of the day. Right. You take the filthy rich lifestyle. Yeah, it is filthy. I'll say it is filthy. Thank you, Crystal. Where can I find a guy to help me pay with my surgery? I paid most of it, just need $2,000. Older man, of course. Where can I find him and go about it? Why are you asking me where you can find an old man? Luby's, sprinkle, sprinkle. You all know where Luby's is? The hospital, doctor's office, geriatric offices in the rich area. Okay. The gym, physical therapy office. Somebody said the dentist. Okay. The pharmacy. Girl, y'all know what them old people be. Early in the early morning at Denny's. Funerals. You said funeral home. 6 a.m. at McDonald's getting a black coffee. Their blood pressure too high. They can't get no cream or blood or Lowe's. Yep, the hardware store. You said church in rich areas. The cemetery. You got an Applebee's coupon, Marcus G. Oh, great. Take it, look at it, ball it up, and throw it in the trash because I don't eat Applebee's. Take Big Misha. Take Big Misha. So what if you marry the super rich, wait a couple of years, then divorce for happy? You might have probably signed a prenup. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sometimes the mistress is in the prenup. Y'all don't even know. The prenups can get extra crazy with the super rich. I'm allowed to have one girlfriend or two girlfriends. I'm allowed to sleep with who I want. That's in some people's prenup. Y'all didn't know? You can't ask me where I was. That's in some people's prenup too. Just letting you know about the filthy. It is smart because that way you can't divorce them for cheap. Y'all don't forget to get life insurance, okay? For real. So that's where you find older gentlemen, yes. JC Penney's. Do they still have those open? Go to JC Penney, girl. The men's department. The golf store where they sell golf things. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's easy to meet millionaires. There's so many millionaires walking around, you don't even realize that they're millionaires. And right. But y'all, in order to date someone that's very rich, you gotta be in control of your emotions a lot, or date somebody that's very rich. You need to be in control of your emotions because they have enough money to do whatever they desire. Okay. They're everywhere, darling. Go to the rich side of town where houses cost $1 million plus. Go over there. They're in all the stores over there. They're in all the little restaurants and stuff over there. Da da da. Go to the rich area of town. I keep repeating this. You're not going to find a Dusty shopping at the grocery store right around the corner from multi-million-dollar homes. Okay. They can't afford it, first of all. Number two, no, you're not going to find that. Go to the rich. When I say rich area, I mean go to the rich area, not the nice middle class area. I said rich. You want to meet millionaires? Go where the houses that are millions of dollars are. That's where you need to go. You said Dusties don't travel. They might have a fear of getting arrested or their car not being up to date if they're driving in the super rich area. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be over there. Unless they live over there, but I doubt if Dusty would be living over there unless they living with some woman who paying for them. Pork rinds. Y'all know pork rinds be in the comments. You might see pork rinds up in there, but his woman got him dressed decent. He ain't about to mess up his good chick. He gonna be happy I talked about it. So, yeah. Go to the rich side of town, find you a rich man. Whoever you bump into gonna have some type of money. Look in that parking lot. Before you enter us into a place, look through the parking lot first. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of people who, cheat and stuff, they would rather cheat and do things in secret than to bring shame, I'll say, to their family name or to their children or whatnot. So a lot of people think it's better for the family unit as well to do things like that instead of giving themselves a label, wives and husbands knowing, swinging and all that stuff. That's more kept on the low and da da da, and more for like the eccentric, right? But to me, like, I'm not into doing stuff like that. I would never be into doing stuff like that because I don't put enough value on how someone else makes me feel physically. I don't care. Like, honestly, I don't put enough value on someone making me feel good physically. It's not a priority. I don't need the validation. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to affect my entire life. So for me, I would probably judge the person who brought it up as if they are, I don't know what word to use. Insatiable, I'll say insatiable. Like unable to control self, don't have the priorities in the correct order. You know, got issues basically. Can't do it the old fashioned way and just go cheat like all other men. That's what I would. That's what I would feel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm starting to realize I don't care about sex. Girl, once women get to a certain age, they don't care anymore. And men, I don't know about how men feel, but I think men still want to do those things because they're men. But after a certain age, once women got everything that they want, they don't need all that stuff. They don't need that extra validation unless they need it mentally, for self-esteem issues. But if you got your self-esteem on point, if you don't need that mentally anymore, or because if you want to cheat, you're just gonna go cheat. You don't need, you don't need to announce it to people. You don't care about it. I'm 40, it's overrated. So, yeah, it gets overrated for women because it's boring after a point. But I don't know. I think men they look forward to releasing. I don't know. That's why you're having all them prostate problems because they be trying to do it too much. Okay. You said yes. Grandpa had women on his deathbed at 80. So I'm sure he did. We men will always want it. That's funny. I'd rather shop than have sex. Me too, girl. Thank you. What about men that hide their wealth and drive beat up cars or wear bad clothes in rich areas? How can we tell the difference when they offer to do anything for you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I live in Texas, so there's a lot of those. They drive trucks, they wear jeans, just regular shirt, but they own land and stuff. They have that money, oil money, or whatever type of money, ranch money, oil money, I don't know. But they be having that money. You can't tell, but when they start to offer and stuff, that's how you know. Okay. If they're not offering, they don't want to give. So it's the same thing it's choosing the wrong target. If they're not offering you anything, if they're not bragging about it, if they're not telling you, look, whatever you want, then they probably don't want to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? This is the clue. I think this is what people need to realize. If they're not trying to tell you they got it, they don't want you to know it, so you don't ask for it, period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So just keep that in mind. Big trucks cost a lot of money. If they're driving something beat up, most rich men don't drive beat up cars unless that's their trash car that they use to do whatever type of work that they do. If they have some land or a farm or something, yeah. But they got another car somewhere, believe, because men love cars. They got another car somewhere too, girl. If a man is driving a rims, with rims he broke. True. So, can you make a man convert? Convert to what? Whatever gonna get him sex, that's what he gonna do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Men will lie and convert and will do whatever he got to do to get it. Hmm. So I believe, now I might be a little bit bougie on this topic, but I believe that whatever you want to do in your bed should be kept to yourself, to spare your name, your kids' name, your family name, whatnot. Because at some point, it's going to affect someone down the line. Might not be you, but it might be someone you care about or someone else. And I think it's being silly and selfish to, you know, be proud of something like that, especially as a man or a woman. It's like, who cares? Shut up. We don't care. Do what you got to do. And it's not like it's something that's not unheard of, but it's something that people don't need to expose because it could come back to bite you later. People don't think about things later down the line. People just are not thinkers when it comes to making decisions. They don't think about certain things. They don't have the foresight to think about certain things. Why would they want to live a life of wet pocketbook below, but a dry pocketbook on the wrist? What's her inspiration? Simply sex, odd math. I think it's mental. Like, honestly, it's mental. It's mental. I know it's mental because it has to be. Um, right. I feel that it's very mental and has a lot to do with childhood, has a lot to do with how they view themselves and such and such. I met a man who changed my life to good. You can contact him. Oh, you trying to, girl, spamming in here? Girl, bye. Allison Rose, go skin somewhere else. Hmm. She trying to scam. Yeah, she over here trying to drop numbers for. Girl, you got to pay to scam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did you have a tough life? No, my life was very easy. I'm spoiled, as you can see. But I did have a friend that when I was growing up, her family or her parents were poly. Um, and she was like in second or no, she was like in fourth grade or fifth grade when she found out. And when she found out, she totally changed. She started being bad, acting out, lashing out at school, having behavioral problems, getting in trouble, rebelling, doing drugs, got kicked out of school, sent to alternative school in high school. And she said it was because she found out her parents were doing that. I'm like, what? I thought it was something else. At like years later, she finally told me because we grew up together, and she says because my parents were doing these things that I found out, and I cried. I didn't understand. I just wanted a normal family. How could my dad and my mom do that? She would just mess with her head as a young child, because like all her friends, she go over their house, swinging, polyamorous relationships. Um, they would have such normal families, and so it just messed her up mentally because we we grew up in the suburbs and stuff, so it was kind of strange for her. And so she had to go through all that. Yeah, it was very strange. And then the person that was also involved, the other person that was involved in the relationship, She hated, she blamed stuff on them. Da 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 da. She had to go seek therapy for years because of that. But she's good now, like, real good. But she had to get that out of the way, and that messed her up because first of all, she said she didn't get enough love because her parents was too busy trying to worry about this other person. So, it's hard enough when you have a relationship between two people. You're gonna bring in a third people, that's more drama, more time spent. Your kid ain't getting what they need because you too busy trying to be poly. Your kid just trying to, spend time and be a normal family, and y'all over there trying to figure out how, you know, it's just not fair to children, right? hmm But what does a child know about love, though? They know about time and energy spent and attention, you know. And a child knows more about love than a man. Honestly, they love for the right reason. Okay, they don't care what you look like. They don't care how fat you are. I don't love you because you fat, mama. No, I don't think I've heard that before. I'm leaving. I'm going to stay at my friend's house because you made me mad. Well, maybe when they get teenagers, they get a little more opinionated, but as children, they love unconditionally. So, and when you take yourself away from children at a young age, and when you put some random person you just want to get in a bed with over them, or uncle whoever coming over, or auntie something whoever coming over, all they know is when auntie come over, they drink and go in the bedroom. What? You know. They figure it out, and it messes with them because um, I would always ask her, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And she would tell me like bits and pieces. I'm like, for real? You're a kid. You're like, for real? They doing that? Ooh, don't tell anyone. Promise you won't tell anyone. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody that. So kids know. Kids know whether you think they know or not. They figure it out. What's the best age for marriage? But I want to marry the latest possible just to have kids. Um, I mean, it don't matter to me as long as you are. And people think marriage starts the year that they decide they want to get married. Marriage starts 5 years prior to you even getting married, or 5 to 3 years prior to you even getting married, because that's how long the man gonna drag his feet before you even get him to agree with the idea. So if you trying to get married in the next 5 years, start today. Start today. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some men want to marry right away, though. That's because they need a green card or some credit. Be wary of those, especially in America now. If y'all live in a country where y'all don't give it up till y'all get married, I still wouldn't rush into a marriage because they have it annulled, or they go to a whole nother country and just be leaving you high and dry. Mm-mm. Make them wait. Make them pay. What do you think of long distance relationships without sex? You mean pen pals and friendship? I think it's a mental relationship. hmm Make them wait, make them pay. Yep. Oh, also, you said in Islam we have something called mar, and means he gonna gift some amount of money before he take me to his house. Okay, sound good. Someone said you're his long distance therapist. True. Sometimes you gotta tell people this, and they'll think you're hating or they'll think you're jealous. Baby, we nobody jealous of being someone's dumping ground or therapist. Because, when I think of long distance relationship, I think of stay far away from me, but listen to me complain and talk about my day because that's the only thing I'm missing. Maybe because either the woman I'm already with doesn't do that anymore, or I can't afford to keep a woman to care enough about me to ask me about my day and to talk about my issues. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a relationship to me unless he paying some bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. At least let him compensate you for your time. Okay. If is he paying you money after each call? If you get money, then I know when that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing. Cha-ching. You getting paid, I don't see a problem. But don't stay on the phone if you're not, or the FaceTime or whatever. Okay, so I don't want to stay on this topic too long, so I'm going to move on to the next thing. Like I said, it don't make sense. You should be triple paid if you're doing all of that as a woman. If you're having a boyfriend and a husband or whatever, you need to be having no job and a bunch of money and doing what your freedom will allow you to do. If not, reassess the reason why you're doing this. What reason is it? Like sometimes things like this will help you get to know yourself if you have agreed to something without compensation. If whenever you agree to something without compensation, you have to ask yourself, what am I really telling myself? When you do things without compensation, what are you telling other people and what are you telling yourself? Okay. Get out of it, right? Women brag about getting 100 dates, but those men won't spend a dime on them. Exactly, girl. What? Your mom was around, but I didn't have a female role model. I think that caused you to have hard time maintaining female friendships. Is this something I should focus on? Well, here's my thing. One and only. At the end of the day, are you going to be with a female? Probably not, right? If you're straight. I think the dynamic between a woman and a man, that focusing on that type of relationship is more important. If you have kids and have a child, then you can cultivate that relationship between, if you have a daughter, mother and daughter. I really wouldn't put too much focus on, friendship between women because women are naturally competitive against each other. They're naturally catty, da 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 da. I would most likely put more focus on how you interact with the opposite sex. Okay. Mhm. Um, and this is why so many women have issues when they're a little bit older and they're still living in their mother's house. Because at a certain age, there's an old saying, and James told me this because I didn't know it, because this is how old this saying is. What do you say? Two women can't squeeze the same dish rag. Now, like, when he said that, I bust out laughing. I'm like, what's that mean? He said two grown women cannot live in the house together. There's a power struggle there. I said that's an old saying, ain't it, James? He said two women can't squeeze the same dish rag. You went old school before the dishwasher. That means it's time to move out or move on. You said there are 4 women in your home? Oh, I bet it's messy. But your house is full of drama. Unless you live in a culture where that is the norm and one of the women have to fall back. You know what I'm saying? There's different cultures where the woman falls back and allows the other woman to be in charge or have most of the power. But if that's not your culture, you just, too much drama. No female friend will give you a house and kids. Mm-hmm. So why don't men have issues like that? Because men aren't competing against each other unless it's a sport or something like that. They will hit the same woman. They'll be with the same woman and be like, with no commitment either. Like, you hit that, I hit that too. Or they'll be like, unless one is trying to prove themselves to the other, right or wrong, then it's not going to be an issue. And most men have their own space, or they keep to themselves. They're not as emotional as women. Okay. Shira, do you think you have a male brain? No, I think I have a balanced brain where I can think on both sides. There are 2 hemispheres in your brain, left and right. Yes, I think I use both. I'm mentally trans. They call it the purple rain. Because like whenever you see an anatomical drawing of a brain, you see the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere being blue, and then the red hemisphere being left, and then when you combine the two, you get the purple. So, purple rain. I don't want to be one thing, because when you know both sides, you can execute things better. When you're logical, when you know logic and you know creativity and emotion, one does not rule the other. They make decisions together. Okay. It's called the alchemical marriage. Your brain married to itself, and understands how to think logically, control emotion, and benefit things to the most using both sides of your brain. So my mom surely be getting on my nerves. Yeah, you can't. Once you get to a certain age, you got to go. That's why I think it's important to, figure out how you can get out of your house, find a roommate or whatever, get a sugar daddy, because you don't want to stay somewhere where you're going to butt heads. Emotional, never seeing beyond their abuse, right? It's too one-sided, I'll say that. You use your teachings on OnlyFans and they work like a charm. Good for you, girl. I don't know. Get your money. I don't know. I'm glad I can benefit you. You finally understand why men play women. It's too easy. It is. Like I said this in a video a while back. If I were a man, it's too easy. It literally is served on a plate. And so, um, uh, um, if you go to my links below, if you like this headband, if you go to my links below, I'll try to link it direct. But if you go to my links below, you'll see my Amazon affiliate link. And if you go into my style of clothing, like I have different um, little categories. After you click on it, you'll see it. Yeah, if I were a man, I understand why men exploit women because it's too easy. And that's why I think women should know better so they don't get exploited. Because the way I see it, too easy. Mm. Women are trained to look for romance and love while my men are not. Exactly. So I've talked to some women who were in poly or polygamous relationships and got out or asked me what I think about it, like different women. And the sad thing is, if it's not a cultural thing, like a lot of people in the Middle East do that, and that's part of their culture, and those dudes are rich, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people here that's barely making it, living in a 1-bedroom, talking about polygamy. First of all, it's a cult, CULT, broke cult. Okay. Unless you are benefiting and living in the lap of luxury, that should be a hard no when asked to be in a polygamous relationship. I don't care what reasoning is behind it. If you are working, the answer is no. If you have to work, the answer is no. Okay, there you go. Men are programmed to see women as objects. The whole thing is messed up, but there's hope when you learn your worth and control your emotions. Men are programmable. That's true. And I thank you, Leela. I said, if a man sees you as an object, then put a price on it, like an object. If a man only sees you as an object, put a price on it. Okay. You want this object? Well, you're going to have to pay. All objects cost money, baby. Men see women as objects. Yep. We only see objects. That's right. Objects cost money. You want to sell your V card? Should I go to Las Vegas Ranch? Do you think it's safe? Girl, you think they doing that in the corona? I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I'd rather sell mine and give it away for free. Honestly, I mean, you gotta. Okay, for real. Someone said, "Don't sell your V card. Don't give it to a Dusty." Some people out here giving it free to Dusty, and they could be making money. Honestly. Level up and see it. Money, right? Polyamorous women cannot A lot of time, that's 2 women and a man. They do everything for him. Girl, now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do young Dusties change over time? It just depends. It all depends on if a woman is taking care of them or not. Thank you, Inez. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What to say when a wealthy man but cheap with money ignores your request for help and chat with you like nothing happened? It means you ain't the one. You're not someone that he is going to offer help to. He doesn't like you enough. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what that means. Inez, wrong target. That's what it means. It means he doesn't want to help you because you're not the one for him at this time. Okay? He doesn't care if you're here or not. That's what it means. He can take you or leave you. It means go get another one. So I don't believe in poly anything unless it's poly money. Okay? That's the only poly I'm doing. Poly paid. You want me to poly who? You finna poly pay? Okay. And that's exactly how you must say it. You want to poly who? Poly what? Well, then you need to poly pay. So I can poly pocket this money. Exactly. Y'all remember Polly Pockets? Polly Pockets. Shira isn't even worth 10 million. Yes, I am. I'm worth more than 10 million. Ask a scientist. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're only sucking juice and saying nothing. That's what your man said. Auntie, baby, auntie. I feel sad that I only learned how life works now in my late 30s. I was beautiful when young, but believed in love. Girl, that should have been my other video, but I think I've done that topic too much. Love or money? Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I know, right? Never marry only for love. If I had married for love, I would be homeless. Homeless. Or living at home. Homeless or living at home with mama. Or one of the two, because I would have been left. I'd try to find another one, but hopefully I didn't stay too long. I got tired of dating men for love. Girl, you should have been tired the first 2 times. That should have been enough. And then it's on to the money. It's easy to not date for love when you have gold digging friends or you hang around people that only care about money. Even if you don't agree with them, sometimes stuff sinks in whether you know it or not. And you're like, wait a minute. I'm done. Shoot, them gold diggers was correct. And I was young and stupid and just as dumb as any other, naive little youngster. And I figured it out quick because I was around women that were a little older who knew all of this. And because I had an older sister. So it's very helpful to see the other side of it. Like, I remember one day my sister came home. Well, it was her apartment, but I was spending the night, so I was there. She came home. She had a little bag in a box, and I'm like, "Ooh, what's this?" This is my new watch. I said, what kind of watch?" She said, "It's a Cartier." I said, "Oh, that's nice." I know how much those things cost. And she was like 22. "Oh, I just went to lunch with someone." Okay, very nice. Hmm. So when you think about like then you like have your little broke dusty dude and they rubbing together 2 pennies trying to count change to go to the buffet, it makes you reflect. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mm, sure. Why are your audience's pictures so dark? Because they are rich with melanin. You melanin. That's why. Thank you, Nicole Nash. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So true. Love you, Shira. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, all of my haters here. I gotta help them understand. Uh-huh. I wanna enter the Chinese businessman world. Any tips? None whatsoever. I have no idea. Learn Chinese. Learn Mandarin. That's the only thing. Mm-hmm. Somebody said we're black. Do not adjust your screen. Yes. Okay. You don't look black. You look beautiful. Well, that's because I have black in me, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would look terrible as a Caucasian. Honestly, Sasha made me white on a picture through Pixar or whatever. I look bad. Y'all know that's a troll. Trying to get the women all emotional. We know we look good, bye. You wouldn't have clicked on here if you didn't like it. Why would someone say something like that? Because they're trying to get attention. They don't get none at home. They get overlooked, mediocre, you know them kind. I just made their day. Okay. Hmm. They don't want us to discuss this topic. I know. The the psychological analysis for anybody wanting to be poly anything is probably deeper than most think and will affect them the rest of their lives. So I definitely think people need to read really, really know themselves before they enter into any type of poly anything, and ask themselves why would they agree to this, and why do they even want it in the first place, and how it's going to affect the people around them. And is this a good decision for the long run? Is this going to benefit me in any way? And if all the answers that you get are positive and thumbs up, then proceed. But if not, think twice and make the best decision. Because I don't really care what people do in their bedroom. But if it's affecting other aspects of your life and it's not beneficial to you, then to me it's a waste of time and energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I made bad choices in life and now I'm here. No, I made good choices. That's why I'm here. If I made bad choices, I'd be somewhere over there with you. Mm-hmm. I'd be trolling somebody on YouTube if I had made the bad choices. All right. You don't do poly, but sometimes I find out that I'm in a poly. Exactly. It's better to find out you in one than agreeing to be in one. That way, at least they had the respect to lie to you. Than making you have to agree to something that you're not going to agree with. Most poly men are broke. They use multiple men to boost their ego because they don't have success. Exactly. Look, they having Chef Boyardee for dinner. What? Two subby. Oh, new subby. Hey, thank you, sweet pea. Just finished your video about online business idea info. I will be putting it to use today. Oh, thank you, girls. Sprinkle. Good luck. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Are they still in here trying to make y'all mad? Don't fall for the okie doke, ladies. If anybody's trying to make you mad, don't fall for the okie doke. They want your attention, obviously. They didn't like you, they wouldn't even be here. Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If they didn't like it, they wouldn't be in here. Right. You said mug towel all the way? Yeah. Y'all still haven't gone y'all way. We still waiting. When y'all leaving? When y'all going y'all own way? On our videos? I'm going my own way. By the way, I watch all of SheRaSeven videos. On every video I'm there. Because I have gone my own way. I'm in there with the ladies every day for female companionship that I can't afford right now. But gosh darn it, I'm going to have it one way or another. Every morning when I drive to my call center job, I play the song by Stevie Nicks, and it's called You Can Go Your Own Way. And it motivates me. But then by the time I get on my lunch break, I just use those 30 minutes to see if anyone's live, and here comes SheRaSeven, so I have to click on it. Then I see all the beautiful women in there, and I can't help myself. It's a process. I still haven't gone my own way yet. I keep getting sucked right back in. It's sorcery, I tell you. When I'm out and about and I see a beautiful woman sitting alone, I have to also remind myself that I went my own way, but then I keep walking her way. Before I know it, I'm offering to buy her a drink, and I'm reaching in that wallet. So I have to rush back online when I get home and talk some trash because I have to punish myself. We know the routine. The only MGTOW or MGTOW men are online. The rest of them, they don't exist in the real world. Y'all only exist online. Okay. And there you go. Mm-hmm. 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 MGTOW is one step away. Well, I don't know. I went out on a date with my surgeon who did my boobs. LOL. How went to ask him for money. Girl, when he offer, he gonna offer soon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And tell him you lost your job or you're looking for a new job. Maybe he'll let you work there and get some free stuff and not really do any work. Or maybe he'll give you some money until you quote unquote find another one. Hmm. Why do cops flirt with criminals? Because they criminals too. All right then. How to make narcissist men attached to you? You can't. They ain't gonna be attached to you. They attach to themselves. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he blew you off last minute for the third date, saying he has to study as he is a resident? He and didn't apologize until 11 days later. Should you end it or say since you too busy, just let's be friends? Um, he's a resident, baby. He probably couldn't afford it. Okay. He's a resident. He can't afford it. He ain't making no money right now, girl. He ain't making no money. Honestly, run. Go get you another one. Go get you someone that has time and money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you some time and some money, man. He ain't getting paid, and I'm sure he don't care. 11 days, he don't care, girl. We haven't met yet. Hold on. Somebody keep calling me. Leave me alone. Whoever is calling me, I don't know who that is. Let me hear. Cleveland. Thank you, Roxanne. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They didn't even say nothing. As soon as you have to ask for money, he is the wrong target. Exactly. Y'all keep going for looks. And that's why y'all have to figure out how to ask for money. Don't go for looks at all. And you won't have to ask. Okay. How to make a narcissistic man spend on you again and again. I don't know why y'all keep describing men as narcissists. I don't see men as narcissists. Just joy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I don't know. Like, I think it's your perspective of a man, you know? Because women are raised or taught or brainwashed, I should say, to be nice, to be, this, and that. And so I think they figure they don't know how to say certain things or set certain standards. And so a lot of people seem narcissistic to them. Thank you, Nif Unifa. I hope I said that right. The esthetician told me I have premature skin aging from smoking. I definitely have to level up in that sense. Any advice on stopping the weed smoking? Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Get my phase 1 of my elixirs on my Etsy store. It's linked below. It will help you stop. A lot of people have stopped doing alcohol from that. A lot of people have stopped doing anything that's addictive because it makes you want to do something better or something else or be the best version of yourself. I think you need to face reality and be content with reality versus getting high. Don't make your life so that you don't want to escape it with highness, with being high. Make life high naturally. That's how I think. Right. Like, I don't see men as narcissists. Like, I see them as challenges and games. I don't see them. It's a new game. Fun, How do you make life high naturally? By having the life you desire. Creating the life you actually want. Having everything you want. Everything you want, you got it. That's how. Wake up happy to start the day. Somebody just sent me an unexpected person just sent me something strange, but okay. But I haven't clicked on it. Let me click on it and see what to do. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, Sophia. I'm great. I'm grateful for all that you've taught me. Now I can pass it down to my daughters. Generational wealth. Okay. Yes, that's exactly why I do this. So y'all can pass it down and end the cycle of poverty. Somebody sent me this crazy dude dancing on the street like MJ, but he was not in an MJ outfit. He was like in a brown velour tight sweatsuit, and it was just funny. And he was like on the street on the corner, like just in the middle of traffic. Anyway, it was funny. I guess I need to respond. Okay. Can you put king crabs in the oven? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Can you? I never tried that because I haven't eaten crabs in years. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I don't know about no crab, baby. I was eating crab before it was popular, back in the old days. It's the Princess of Bedwenches. That's her name. She even claimed it. She didn't. The answer is always the same: look good and be nice, right? Do you like crab? I used to before I was vegan. What should be your first investment to be financially stable? Yourself. Start you a business, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Invest in yourself. Do you think it's worth it to date busy men? I feel like you barely see them enough to reap benefits. It takes so long to form a bond. You have to ask yourself, why do busy men want to even date? What's the reason that they're dating you? The auspicious double scorp. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can pregnant women have the elixir? You have to consult your physician. They're just like minerals, gold, platinum, silver, iridium, stuff like that. So they're natural minerals, but you have to consult your physician because I can't give that information legally. Or you can ask if other pregnant women took it. But legally, I can't answer it. I'm sorry. But thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can read through the what you call it, the reviews, and see if anyone talked about it. Sure, a man I used to work with offered me a job in a higher position and has been asking me about it. I finally asked to set a date for interview and he's not responded. Can I ask at a later time? Girl, he probably already filled that job. You took too long. You probably already filled it. Man. Sure, why do women always want to marry me? I don't know. You got some money? Okay, so I was answering a question, but if men are busy and they're dating you and they're not taking time to get to know you or whatnot, they're not dating you for serious reasons. And they don't really plan on giving you money unless they're benefiting from it too. Busy men, they don't care enough. You need a man that when he gets off work or when he's free, he looks around and is lonely and needs some company. Okay, so usually men that are super busy are not old. They still young and trying to get it, right? Trying to get that paper. So he's probably not old enough to be leisurely yet. Hmm. So I say if you want someone with more time, date somebody old. Some old people got all the time in the world. Some of them retired, or they don't have to go in as early or as much to the office. You know, they got their pension, their retirement money coming. They up in the paycheck, or they own their own business and they can take 2-hour lunches because they got seniority and all that kind of stuff. And they got stock in the company. Y'all know how it is. They have fake doctor's appointments and people believe them. They got time, okay? What kind of clothes should you wear when out freestyling to attract old, high value men to women? Respectable, classy clothing. You can watch my video I did yesterday and the day before that. Nothing tight because they don't want to look like they're with someone they had to pay. You said date a truck driver. Don't do that. Unless they own their own fleet. I gotta go in a few. Thank you, Sarah Sprinkle Sprinkle. Went on a date with a millionaire. We kissed with tongue after date, and he kept trying to put his hand on my crotch. I said no. He hasn't called since. Help, girl. Where you meet him at? Sprinkle Sprinkle. Did you meet him online? This is why you don't meet men online. This is what they think you're looking for. I know you don't do that, but them other girls online be doing that. So he thought you did too. That's why I said don't meet him online. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Don't meet dudes online because that's how they see women online. Sorry. I gotta go, y'all. But thank y'all so much for being here. Hit the like button. Remember, if you poly, you need to be poly paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.